And when I say viral, the video hit about 4 million views and the other video hit about 7 million views. I made a video about me making homemade gumbo from scratch for my family. Wasn't thinking much of it, but the video like literally took off instantly. It was great getting new people on my content. I got all of these followers, all of these comments. The engagement was freaking out of the world. And guess what? I made $0 from it.
Welcome to the Side Hustler Podcast, the podcast for women building their dreams while balancing work, family, and all the things. I'm your host, Carly LeBlanc, a wife, mom, marketer, and your side hustling friend here to teach you how to grow a brand that works for you and not the other way around. Whether you're a side hustling pro or just starting out, this is your safe place for real talk, actionable strategies, and the encouragement you need to keep going. We're here to help you make progress and not perfection. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's build your dream one step at a time.
Hello, and welcome back to the Side Hustler Podcast. I'm your host, Carly LeBlanc, and I'm so excited to have you here today because we are going to be getting into a topic about going viral. Now, if you're a side hustling entrepreneur trying to grow your business while juggling a full-time job, then you're going to want to listen to today's episode because we're going to be getting into something that a lot of people want but aren't actually ready for, because everybody is shooting to go viral but don't have their household in order to make sure that when they do go viral, they're actually able to capitalize on it. So we all want more eyes on our content. We want more engagement. We want the sales. But here's the thing. If you are not strategically prepared for that level of attention, it actually won't do anything for you in your business. And trust me, I know from this experience. So in today's episode, I'm going to be breaking down what happened to me when I went viral and I absolutely made $0 from it, the mistakes I made by not being prepared, the exact steps that I would take now to make sure that I'm always ready for if I went viral again, and why this strategy is valuable even if you never actually go viral. So if you ever thought to yourself, I just need that one viral video to blow up my business, then this is going to be the episode for you. So let's get into it.
Before we dive into today's episode, I wanted to tell you about a free resource I created just for you. Have you ever found yourself stuck on what to post or struggling to stay consistent on social media? I've been there, and that's exactly why I created this free guide called 30 Days of Done For You Social Media Prompts for Personal Brands. This guide is loaded with prompts to get your gears turning so you can have a gallery of content to create for your brand and never stress about what to post again. And you can grab it right now at cdcreativecoagency.com/content and start creating content that connects without the stress.
Okay, so let's talk about the time that I went viral, but for the one thing. Well, I actually went viral twice. The first time I went viral, it was actually a video of me making gumbo for my family for Christmas. And the second time that I went viral was actually a moment of my kid getting into the shower with me fully clothed with blocks and was just completely unbothered. And when I say viral, I want to say gumbo video hit about 4 million views and the other video hit about 7 million views. And so for the gumbo video, it was Christmas. I made a video about me making homemade gumbo from scratch for my family. Wasn't thinking much of it, but somehow the video like literally took off instantly. People were in the comments arguing about whether chicken belongs in gumbo or whether you are supposed to use chicken wings, chicken drumsticks, chicken thighs, chicken breasts. And that had absolutely nothing to do with my brand at the time. Now, at the time that I posted that video, I was more so marketing myself as a lifestyle content creator, motherhood type of content. And so it was great getting new people on my content and, being able to share like, hey, I made gumbo from scratch, but it had nothing to do with my brand. And the algorithm pushed my video out. And then suddenly I got all of these followers, all of these comments. The engagement was freaking out of the world. And guess what? I made $0 from it. I didn't get a brand partnership from it. And then once the engagement disappeared and once the virality disappeared, my engagement dropped like no other. So here's the lesson here: expect to go viral for what you want to be known for. Now, if I was a internet chef, or if I had like some kind of seasoning, or I was, making recipes, affordable recipes for, like, that would make sense, right? But I honestly, even to this day, I can't even tell you the last time I turned on my stove. Like, I have no intentions of being known for cooking gumbo. And then also, the reason why is because all of these people followed me because they saw me cooking gumbo. But if I never ever in my life plan to cook gumbo again, like, they're going to be very devastated because that's what made them follow me. So, if you are creating content that isn't aligned with your business or your goals, you may get a ton of views, but that actually won't help you grow in the way that you actually want to grow. And that's why I'm sharing these steps, because in order for you to actually be able to capitalize on going viral, you want to make sure that your business is prepared and that you're actually in a position to where you can serve these new fresh eyes that have gotten on your piece of content. And so, even if you don't go viral, these strategies will help you. But I really want you to focus on creating content that aligns with your business, that aligns with your goals, but then also really taking the opportunity to actually enjoy the engagement, enjoy the new followers, enjoy all of the things that come with going viral. Okay. Some of the things that I would do before I went viral, or before a post that I have posted recently gets a lot of more traction than usual, is number one, I would make sure that my page is public. If you have a business page, if you have a business and your business page is not public, we have a problem, because why is your page not public? Like, you're already missing out on so much potential visibility. And so if you are one of those people that are out there that have your business page on private right now, please, I'm going to give you 3 seconds right now to turn it from private to public, because a viral moment can really bring new eyes to your brand. But my thing is, if anybody is like me, anytime I land on someone's page and their page is private, I'm not following you unless I absolutely know you. Because why do I have to ask permission to see your content? Why do I have to ask for permission to buy something from you? That just seems absolutely insane. So take a moment. If you haven't switched your business page or whatever page you are using to market your business to public, please, I'm begging you, do so right now. The next thing that I would do is I would make sure that my page clearly states what I do, meaning in your bio, in your name, not talking about your at name, but like your name that's bolded when people land on your Instagram page. You want to make sure that people are able to instantly identify what it is that you do. We should not have to guess. We should not have to go looking through your content to figure out what is it that you do, okay? In your bio, you need to make sure you have who you are, what you do, and how you can serve them. What problem are you solving? What problem is it that your ICA has that your business solves, right? So if someone goes through a couple of your posts and they read a couple of lines, they should be able to instantly figure out what you're doing without having to think about it. Take a moment to, plug it in, Google, like, what absolutely is this, okay? So this means that you need to have a clear bio that tells people exactly what you offer. If you go onto my business page right now, I'm actually going to pull it up so I'm not lying to you when I'm reading this right off of my phone. So if you go to my page, which, if you're not following me, follow me on Instagram, my business page, which is cd.creativeco. But if you go onto my business page right now, it literally says, we help entrepreneurs batch create monthly content in one day. There's no extra, philanthropist words in that description. A first grader can easily identify what I do. I shoot content. I help you get a month worth of content in one day. period. That's it. You also want to make sure that your pinned posts or your highlights showcase your services, your expertise, or your best content. So your pin post is obviously going to be the pin post that's at the top of your page. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have up to 3 posts that you can pin to the top of your profile so that whenever someone lands on your page, they can see those pieces of content first. So typically, I like to do my content that has anything to talk about a free guide that I have, a testimonial that my client has given, or if I'm running some kind of promotion or if I have an event that's coming up. Those are typically the things that I have pinned at the top of my page. But if you don't have those, you can also do a introduction post, whether you're introducing yourself on your business page or you're talking about the services that you offer. That's also a good pin post. But you want to make sure that you are really using those pin post option as a way to work for you whenever you're not online, because I can guarantee you no one is scrolling back to what you post in December 2023 to see what it is that you do, unless the last time you post was December 2023, of course. But nobody is scrolling to see those pieces of content. So make sure that you pin the most important pieces of content to the top of your page. So that way, when new people come on, that's the first thing they see. In addition to that, your highlights should also be a place where you have valuable things that your ideal client wants to see. So if you go back to my business page, I have a highlight that says client. So you can see behind the scenes of my shoots with clients. You can see content that my clients have posted that we created. You can see testimonials. I also have a pinned highlight for reviews. So whether that's an actual video review of my client or me screenshotting a review from Google or whatever text message or email someone sent me. I also have events because I do event coverage as well. So I have a highlight for that. I have a highlight for links because people ask me all the time, where do you get this tripod? What mics do you use? So if you ever need some links, they're there. And then I also have a highlight for freebies, which is basically links to all of my free guides that I have on my website. So you can get those right there. And then I have a highlight for behind the scenes that I don't really use, but if somebody wanted to see what it looks like behind the scenes of my business, they can also access that right there. What I see a lot of people do wrong is they highlight them taking selfies or them, in a cute outfit. And when you really think about it, an ideal client that lands on your page is not looking for that type of content. So what I like to tell people to think about is think about the questions that someone's going to ask when they first land on your page. And in your highlights and in your pin post should be where they can find your answer. Also in your bio. That should be where they should find their answer. And then you also want to make sure that you are creating a strong call to action that tells people exactly what you want them to do next when they land on your page. They should not have to just sit here and be lost in the sauce. Your bio should say, click here to book, click here to schedule, listen to this podcast, whatever it is that you want them to do next. It should say literally in your bio what action you want them to take next. So if you are not taking advantage of this way to really optimize your page, then you are missing the mark. You're missing possible leads. You're missing potential clients. So really take out the time to make sure that you have a clear bio, that your bio states exactly what you do, who you help, how you help them. Make sure that you have some really good pin posts at the top of your page. Make sure you clean out your highlights to showcase your services, your expertise, and then also make sure that you have a strong call to action to tell people what exactly you want them to do next.
Y'all already know I'm all about working smarter and not harder, especially when it comes to marketing your brand. And if you're still relying only on social media to reach your audience, we need to fix that immediately. Social media is cute, but let's be real. The algorithm is unpredictable, and your content is probably only reaching a small percentage of your followers. That's why I swear by email marketing, because when I send an email, I know 100% of my subscribers are getting my messages. And the best part, Flowdesk makes it ridiculously easy. You can send beautiful on-brand emails, automate your sequences, and even create landing pages without needing to be tech savvy. And because you're listening, I got you a deal. Use my code SideHustle at checkout and you'll get 50% off your FlowDesk subscription for the next 12 months. So if you're ready to stop relying on algorithms and start building an email list that actually converts, try FlowDesk for free. And don't forget to use the code SideHustle at checkout for that exclusive 50% off.
So, step 3 is you want to have a workflow to capture new people. Now, when I'm talking about workflow, I'm talking about what happens from step 1 all the way to step 6. Okay. So, if someone literally lands on my page, the first step I want them to do is to probably opt in into my freebie or to book a call, right? And so, depending on which option they take, option A, opting into my freebie, or option B, scheduling a call, they will be able to receive a automatic DM automation from me that I have set up via ManyChat. So if they go on my second post that I have pinned for my 30 days of content prompts, if they comment the keyword content, then they'll get a DM from me on how they can get that guide. If they book a call, meaning if they go by way of my bio where it says book a call now and click my link to book a call, then they will have the link, they will put in their information, and then they will book a call. Now, what happens after that is what I'm talking about. So we're going to talk about option A, when they are basically taking, my free guide. So a person finds my content, comments the trigger word, they get the link, they go to that link, they put in their information, in their email, their name, and then they get an email from me that's like, hey, here's your free guide. What happens after that? Then they'll be on my mailing list. So now they'll be added to a segment that I have on my mailing list where they will be, tagged as content prompts because that's how they got here. And so once they get that, about a day after, they'll get another email. And it's basically me introducing myself like, hey, I'm Carly. I help you create content for your business in one day. And here are some of the great things that I like to do to help and serve entrepreneurs. If this is you, I would love to connect with you. Schedule a free call. Okay. After that email, then they'll receive another email about 2 days later, which will basically talk about my services. Hear a little bit about my services, my packages that I offer, yada, yada, yada. Do you ever find yourself struggling with creating content, being consistent, all of the things? Okay, well, if this is you, book a call. Okay, 2 days later after that, here's a testimonial about how I helped so-and-so change the way that they show up online. Okay, here's a video testimonial of someone that I worked with. And if you can see yourself in this, or if you want to experience this, book a call. So like I said, workflows. I never leave a dead end in my strategy. The same thing happens if somebody books a call. They book a call with me. Okay, they have a call scheduled. Great. But in addition to while that is working, while we're waiting for your call, you are also getting to know me. You're getting to know a little bit about my services, about my business, about people that I serve. And so this is a way that I am really building my credibility to potential people that are new into my world. And that's why you want to make sure you have a way of really, really being able to capitalize on meeting new people. So make sure that you have a freebie pinned as your first post whenever you land on your page. This is great because if you go viral, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go onto your page. They're going to look and see what you do. They're going to go and, scope out your page and look at all your content. You want to make sure that you have something to capture their attention right then and there at the top. This could be a free guide, a checklist, a coupon, a webinar, a challenge, something that's aligned with your business that offers value to this new person and solves their problems instantly. It doesn't have to be a long-term solution, but if it gives them a little sense of meeting their goals or getting themselves closer to their goals, then you definitely want to have that pin as your pin post. Once you do that, you have your lead magnet created. It's pinned to the top of your page. You also want to make sure that you have an email workflow set up for these new people. And if you're listening, I actually have a sample workflow that you can grab And so if you want to grab this workflow, I'm actually going to set this up in live time. Okay. If you want this workflow, I want you to visit www.cdcreativecoagency.com/workflow. And listen, I'm doing this like right now in live while I'm recording. So I'm going to write this keyword. And by the time this episode airs, this workflow will be available to you for free. So you can copy my workflow and you don't have to do any of the extra work and build it out on your own. You can literally use mine. So yeah, visit www.cdcreativecoagency.com/workflow. And my automated welcome sequence will be there for you. So you can use that will teach you how to actually build out your workflow. Of course, you'll just have to add in the details about your business, but you'll have a working welcome sequence that will help to introduce yourself and your business to this new person. You will have something that gives them value, that guides them towards your paid offers or your services. And so, yeah, use this. I love that. cdcreativecoagency.com/workflow to grab my free automatic welcome sequence that you can use in your business. Step 4 is going to be you focusing on building community and not just followers. I'm going to say this one time. We do not just want followers. We want a community, okay? Because those are not the same thing. A lot of people think that if you have thousands of followers, somehow that means that you have thousands of dollars. And the difference between having a community and having followers are basically having people that support you and people that just look at what you do, okay? I am really, really being diligent this year about building a community. I wanted to build a community around side hustling entrepreneurs. So these can be my girls, okay? I don't just want people that are just going to follow me and like a post here or there. Like, I want people that are going to be like, this is what I need. This is what we need. Help us, someone that's going to communicate with me, someone that's going to engage with me. And so you don't want to just have people in your circle that follow you that never engage with your content. That does nothing for your business, okay? And that's another reason why a lot of these people that you see that don't even have a lot of followers that are bringing in 6 figures plus is because they're not focusing just on followers. They're focusing on building communities. So instead of you focusing on numbers, I want you to make sure that you are building an audience. And how do you do this? You put out valuable content. You engage with the people that are commenting, that are liking. You slide in their DMs like, hey, thanks for supporting me. You answer their comments. You create content that speaks directly to them, that nurtures them, that makes them feel like they are being seen, okay? So you can do this by using Instagram stories or going live to connect with your audience. You could also encourage people to slide into your DMs like I always do, whether I'm on my podcast or emails. I'm like, hey, send me a DM. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's conversate. Instead of just, like this, buy this. People want to feel like they are a part of something. So follow up with an engaged person personally. Tell them, thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for commenting me. Thank you so much for whatever it is that they do. People love to feel like they are important, like you took the time out of your busy day to speak to them. So that's how you're going to be able to build a community versus just focusing on followers that does nothing in your business.
Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt really good about the content you're putting out? Are you tired of scrambling to post, feeling like you're never ahead, or just unsure on how to show up online consistently? Now, if you're nodding your head, I want you to listen up because my content intensive package was made just for you. Here's the deal. In just one day, we'll create 1 to 2 months worth of high quality, impactful content that will have your brand showing up consistently and professionally. This isn't just some cute little photo shoot. No, ma'am. This is a full-blown, done-for-you content experience that includes everything you need to elevate your brand and connect with your audience. Oh, and did I mention this is an all-inclusive experience? Because yes, girl, we're getting it all done in one go. Whether you're launching something new, building a personal brand, or scaling your business, this package is everything you need to show up online without the stress. And I want to help you do it. So let's talk about it. Head over to cdcreativecoagency.com/contact to book your free discovery call. I want to learn everything about you, your brand, your goals, and how we can make this happen for you. You don't need to keep struggling to figure out what to post. Let's get your content done in one day so you can focus on growing your business. Now let's get back to the show.
So step number 5 is going to go a little bit into what I was saying before as far as like workflows, but we're going to be focusing more so on using email marketing instead of just relying on social media. Social media algorithms change all the time. We know that. So we should not just be relying on going viral to keep your business alive. Okay. So this is why I say that this strategy is going to work whether you go viral or if you don't, because if you have the first prior steps in place, then you will still have a way of being able to capture the people that trickle in one by one by one. And over time, you'll be able to build your mailing list and you'll be able to have an engaged audience. And so that's why I'm saying, even if you don't go viral, this will absolutely work for you. And this is something that I would have implemented in my business just so that way I'm able to still make sure that my foundational things are in order. So if I were you, I would make sure that I am consistently emailing my email subscribers because they allowed you to put them on their email list because they are expecting you to provide valuable content to them. And so you want to make sure that you're not just sending them promo after promo after promo. You want to make sure that you are teaching them something, that you're providing something of value, something that could help them in their day, something that could help them move the needle in their business before you decide to sell. Email marketing is not solely for selling. It's literally like 95-5, okay? People will buy from you if they feel like they can relate to you. And so 95% of the time, I want you to be sending valuable content to nurture, to show that you are finding whoever it is on your email list important. And then when you do have those promos and you do send out those emails about whatever it is that you're selling, those people are more likely to convert because they don't feel like they are just a dollar sign on your email list. So use your email marketing to deepen the relationships that you made online, to create offers to serve your audience rather than just selling. Okay. And I want you to do this because at the end of the day, email is a platform that you actually own. If social media goes away, you will still be able to thrive and communicate with people that support you and support your business by way of email marketing. So if you haven't already implemented email marketing into your business, I want you to take the time out to make sure now that you are at least going to implement it now into your business if you haven't done so. And if you still need help on a platform where to start, you can start with Flowdesk. I actually have a link down below if you want to try Flowdesk out for free. But this will allow you to be able to create emails that you can send on a regular cadence, that you don't have to learn how to code or do anything. It literally does everything for you. So yeah, just check out the link in the show notes. Flowdesk, absolutely amazing. Okay, to sum up today's episode, here are some ways that I want you to prepare your business for going viral or just having a really high performing post. Step 1, make sure your page is public and clearly state what you do. Make sure your page is fully optimized, okay? Step 2, I want you to have a lead magnet that you have pinned at the top of your page, and you have an email workflow that's already ready to use. Now, I already gave you a freebie, so there should be no excuse why you don't have this, okay? cdcreativecoagency.com/workflow. So you can grab my email workflow and just plug and play everything for your business. Step number 3, I want you to focus on building a community rather than just getting followers. We know the difference between the two. Focus on building a community rather than just getting followers. Step number 4 is to utilize email marketing to nurture your audience beyond social media. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about going viral. It's about making sure that your business is ready for when it happens. So I hope that today's episode gave you some clarity on how to set your business up for long-term success and not just a hit and miss viral moment. If you love today's episode, I would love for you to DM me on Instagram at Carly Dorlin, or you can even tag us on Instagram at the Side Hustler Podcast. I feel like a lot of people don't know that we have an Instagram page for the podcast. So either way, Carly Dorlin or the Side Hustler Podcast. Tag me and let me know what's one thing you're changing right now in your strategy of going viral or your marketing strategy in general. And if you want a little bit more behind the scenes tips on how to grow your business, how to make sure that you are fully optimizing your socials to grow socials and to grow your email list, you are going to want to be subscribed to my weekly newsletter. That's where I share my best strategies, real-time updates, and exclusive offers. So make sure that you're locked in. You can sign up for our weekly newsletter at cdcreativecoagency.com/newsletter. And trust me, I know that you are not going to want to miss out. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode, and I will catch you in the next one. Until next time, keep hustling, sis. You got this. Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Side Hustler Podcast. I hope you're leaving here today feeling inspired and ready to take your next step. If you love this episode, I'd love for you to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with another side hustler who needs to hear it. And don't forget to connect with us on Instagram at Carly Dorlin. I'd love to hear about your side hustling journey. Remember, you're doing better than you think, and your dreams are so worth it. Until next time, keep hustling, sis. You got this.